Alright everyone, now it's time for a fun video. Many of you saw last night, Scottadams decided to block me on Twitter, and he's saying I've cut him out of my life forever. Got a little bit hyperbolic. His given reason for blocking me on Twitter, to be clear, I suspect is a facade. He's claiming it's because I am a condescending dick, specifically. Those are his words. We'll get into his little video clip there that someone thankfully posted. I have a feeling it has more to do with the reaction to his original post and the fact that I ratioed him. Now, ratioing, of course, for those that don't use Twitter parlance, comes in two forms on Twitter. The post gets more comments than likes. That is that a lot of people are interacting with it, but the support for what you're saying is lackluster. The other way to get ratioed is that somebody responds to your post, and despite the fact that you're the original poster, more people are liking their response to you than the original post. This happens, by the way, daily to MSNBC. I've helped cause that to happen 3 or 4 times in the last couple of weeks, now that I'm no longer shadow banned. It's a Christmas miracle. Thank you, Elon Musk. Anyway, I'm going to go through his post and what I said in response, his response to my response, subsequent ban, and then was asked about this and briefly opined on his stream the other day. Here's his post. Have the Twitter files revealed any bad intentions within Twitter? To me, it looks like the employees suffered from narrative poisoning and believed they were making the country a better place, and I don't think they broke any laws. Now, as far as the law, no, Twitter didn't break the law. The employees there at will, they were violating their own TOS regularly, which shows malevolence, I think. I don't agree with that part of his post. But true, I mean, the Twitter employees didn't break any law. They didn't violate the First Amendment. People are claiming the FBI and other similar groups did. So that part's correct. And I responded. Here's my response. To me, it looks like the government directly colluded with a supposedly private firm to interfere with several elections and promote state propaganda. And the employees wholeheartedly went along with it due to their own personal bias. This is an L for you, Scottadams. I said he takes the L on this. Now, if you look at my response post, it has several hundred more people liking it than the original post. The thing is that people are digging through the responses, seeing mine, and more of them are electing to like that than like the original post. I think that this rankled him. I think that's the real reason why. But then here's his response to my response to his post. This is by Scottadams. The government routinely works with the entire media, with the intention of influencing them. Correct. And we don't hear about it. Normal. Of course, if you watch my fucking material, you hear about it. I've been ranting about it for a decade now. There's nobody's calling out the fact that the government influences the media. Where have you been for the last half decade? Lamestream coverage covers the topic. It goes well beyond Substack articles and YouTube videos at this point with people that are concerned about that. You don't hear about it. Are you a CNN viewer? Then you get a pass, of course. I have a feeling that he has a bit more of an intellectual understanding of reality than being a CNN viewer. So, I mean, he's Scottadams. He is a smart dude. So, what are you talking about? And fuck you with the L stuff. And then he blocks me. So, effectively, I'm supposed to believe that my post, although it is clearly respectful, again, they're still there. You can read them for yourself, archived or unarchived. I'm sure the whole conversation's been run through multiple archives by now because it's juicy stuff. It's fun. People love a little bit of e-drama. You don't realize why my comment wouldn't be normally construed as condescending? And then this is Charlene posting this on Twitter. This is just a little clip from his live stream. He just said he blocked you for being a condescending dick. And of course, he says, oh, I've cut him out of my life forever. Well, I mean, first, I wasn't part of your life. We've interacted a few times publicly before. I like some of your content. I disagree with you sometimes. It seems that that's a reciprocal sort of situation. I've never been anything but respectful to the dude. I like not just Dilbert, I like some of his takes. We've clanked on his stream before, and I've openly said to people, hey, you should sub him, It's okay to clank his chat because, it's amusing, but if you're going to do that, drop him a sub, drop him a like. Have I been anything but respectful and nice to Scottadams? Me saying take the L, that's a colloquial term, dude. What are you talking about? And then claiming that nobody questions the influence that government has over legacy media? To me, of all people, I'm the last person in the entire creator sphere that you should be claiming that to, because I'm probably foremost in relentlessly bitching about exactly that topic. Hell, that's practically, it's at least a large-scale element of why I'm known by people in the first place. It ain't just the election predictions. Shit, I didn't even talk about political issues beyond, like, the censorship. Back at the dawn of the 2010s, I was already talking about censorship being a problem. In fact, I think I might have made videos in 2008 or 09 at that point on the same subject. It was very, very early on in my career as a creator. I was doing that long before I made any election predictions. There's no election to predict at the time. Again, are you back on the pipe again or something? And then claiming that I'm a condescending dick. Dude, calling me a condescending dick is, ironically, I guess this is projection on his behalf, is the condescension. I didn't condescend you. I said that in your post, and this is true, clearly, and this is why he's chuffing at it, you took the L. You literally did. I ratioed you with my comment, with my reply to your tweet. That is presumptively the reason why you're upset, as opposed to a colloquial term. You've seen it a million times. You might have used the fucking term. You know, you're not ancient. You're not. Is he even technically a boomer? I think he's more Gen X than a boomer. You should know better, Scott. Make some more. Make goofy Dilbert comics. I want to see him make X-rated Dilbert comics that are just off the wall, and it's just like, you know, them doing depraved and terrible things. I think that he should do that. That could become its own meme. Other people have modified some of the Dilbert comics and made it like, you know, about shit and fucking and stuff like that. I think they're hilarious. I don't know, maybe I think a lot of cartoonists think of the cartoons being basically like like their babies or something like that. Jim Davis is probably very protective of Garfield. Anyway, I just thought it was funny. It's not really newsworthy levels, but it's amusing enough, and it involves me and Scottadams, so I figured, hey, why not make a video on the subject? So I repudiate Scottadams' claim that I was being condescending. When I use the term take the L, I'm a millennial. That is part of our colloquial parlance. It does not have condescension built into it. It can be used in a condescending manner. That's not the manner in which I used it, though. And that's really not why you're mad, now is it? You're angry because I ratioed you because your point sucked. The point that you made was wrong. Your follow-up reply to me was even more wrong somehow. You didn't learn your lesson, I suppose, with the first comment. I think that my tweet actually laughing about him blocking me, I think that one ratios his original point, actually. I didn't check. It's definitely close. Jesus Christ. That's about all. Peace out.